Hi guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm your host Veronica. Co-host Tawan could not be with us tonight, but we have a very special guest, a longtime friend of mine. I call him my little brother, Mr. Trey Nicholson from Glory 98.5 and 540 AM. Yes, Cumulus Broadcasting in the house. Hey Trey.
Hey Veronica.
How
I'm
are
so
you?
glad to be here on today. And I wish Tawan was here.
Yeah,
I want
you
to come
love
back.
Tawan.
Yeah, I want to come back when Tawan is here.
You're invited anytime you want to come.
Don't
You're
tell me
welcome.
that. I'll pop up next time when she's here.
You're so welcome to come anytime you want. Trey, I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm just grateful to be here.
Yes. All right, guys. So tonight we have another letter. I so appreciate each and every one of you for writing in, for always watching and commenting and thumbing up and all of that good stuff. I'm so grateful and I appreciate each of you out there. All right, so let's jump right into this letter.
Uh-oh, what we got?
It says, "Hey, ladies." Well, you know, if Tawan was here. In my family, we don't discuss what we are going through in life. We always keep things to ourselves. One of my family members is going through a difficult time since he lost his job last week. And just last month, his father told him he wanted nothing else to do with him because he took sides with his mother when it came to his father cheating. The streets been telling me they've been seeing my family member going to a location to buy drugs and etc. I love my cousin. He's a very private guy, and when he gets upset, he goes all the way off and cut people off. I don't know how to ask him, is he using drugs? He is 27. Yes, I know he's grown, but I just don't know what to do. Signed, a family member who cares. So this was a very short and to the point letter. Thank you for writing in, but let's hop right into this letter. It's sad, he's 27. There's a few points here. He just lost his job last week, which is a very difficult thing, especially if it was, unexpected. And then he says his father told him he didn't want anything to do with him as of last month because he took sides with his mother when it came to his father cheating on his mother, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, what do the father expect? For him to praise him for cheating on his mother? That doesn't make any sense. As far as the drugs go, it's sad when you have a family member, a friend, or someone to get caught up in that lifestyle. You really don't know what to say to them. The only thing you can do is advise them to get help. You can say things that you feel like can help them, but are they going to listen to you?
That's a good question. And in the letter, read that. Let me see the letter again. So what advice are they asking?
He's asking, I guess, should he ask? He said, I don't know how to ask him if he's using drugs.
Okay. My advice would be, of course, he's a very private person, will be not ask the question, but kind of like see if you can kind of sneak and ask a little bit.
Yeah.
Like ask a question like,
man, they talking about on the street that you selling drugs. I know that ain't true. Like kind of playing it off. That's what you're saying? Like, don't come straight out and ask him.
No, I would, if it was me, because I'm a direct person, I would be like, hey, where you at, such and such, such and such? What you doing over there? And then I will wait to see, are you going to tell me the truth? Because I'm the type of person, if I know the truth, I'm not going to come out and ask you the truth. I'm going to play with your mind a little bit.
Right.
I'm going to ask you questions about, hey, where were you at? What were you doing over there? And if you want to act crazy and act like you don't know nothing, that's when I start pulling a little bit more and asking.
Right.
And of course, I know the person's lost their job last week, but on the positive side, think about this. Maybe you're about to be blessed with another job. Things happen for a reason.
That's right. Hallelujah.
Yes. Glory. But for real, sometimes we have to go through things in life. So if you're working on a job, you can't stand the job. Sometimes it's best to remove yourself from that job, or they might just let you go.
Right.
But on the positive side of everything is you're going to get another job. You just always have to think positive.
Yeah, always thinking positive. When one door closes, another one opens. You always got to think like that and have that faith.
Right, and then another part I can't get. His father told him he didn't want anything else to do with him because he took sides with his mother.
Right.
For him cheating, I mean.
So you tell your son, your blood son, that you don't want to have anything to do with him. Some people say stuff out of their mouth, not realizing how it would affect that person. Like you go to your son and you tell your son you don't want to have anything else to do with him. Like, and especially if you and your son was close, you know, that could definitely have an effect on how he reacts. First he loses his job. Well, first the dad tell him he don't want to have anything to do with him.
I want to know who his daddy was cheating with. That's the part I want to know. And how do you find out that your daddy was cheating on your mom? It all depends on that situation.
He was cheating, period, bottom line. He had no business cheating. And of course that son is going to...
But how do we know that the mother had nothing on the side too?
That's not in the letter. We talking about the father.
I'm just saying. Because...
It's not out that the mother was cheating. He's saying the dad got mad because he chose the mother's side instead of with him. Now, if it's something deeper than that, I don't know. But he trying to figure out how to ask his cousin, is he on drugs? Because if you go into drug houses and places where they're, you know, selling drugs.
My question is, how do you know the person is buying drugs? They could just be going there to visit a friend.
That's true. Or he could be selling it. He done lost his job last week. I mean, let's hope not, but I'm just saying.
True, but who want to lose everything? Of course, if he's selling it, it just takes one time for him to get caught.
Right.
And it's game over.
Yeah. It's sad. I mean, I feel like maybe you should just, well, like Trey said, you can play around, you know, with it. You don't have to come out straightforward and ask him, dude, are you on drugs? I mean, just be like, yo, I saw you in that neighborhood, you know, and you know what that neighborhood is known for. So what are you doing over there? Are you good? You need anything? You know, how can I help? You know?
And to the person that wrote the letter, just come out and ask. Yeah. They always say, if you want to know something, it's always good to ask the person. Mm-hmm. But you just got to be careful how you ask and how you come across.
Right.
And ask that person. I know it's your cousin. He's a private guy. He gets upset when he gets upset. He go cut people off.
Right.
I mean, you being a good cousin, you should be telling that your cousin you're concerned. Pull him over to the side and say, you know what? Hey, like I said earlier, ask a little question. See if the person is he gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Then you start exposing the truth, right. And then depending on how you see it, just make sure you calm. You're at a good location, and your cousin will open up. And
not to cut you off, but he may be afraid because he did say that his cousin, when he gets mad, he cut people off. So he could be afraid that if he asked that question, that his cousin may want to cut him off.
Well, you just got to ask.
And take that chance.
Take the chance and be careful how you ask the question. Don't come out rude and ask it. Just say, hey, ask those questions what I said earlier. See if they're going to be honest up front with you. And then slightly say, hey, are you doing drugs?
Right. I mean, it's sad, especially if he was one of those hard workers, never got in trouble, all of that good stuff. He's 27 years old, and now he's getting caught up in that lifestyle. It's sad, you know? And I think if it is going down that road, that he need to be stopped, like right now. Don't let it linger on. Like, go ahead and say something to him so that the situation can be dealt with now before it's too late. Because if he get too deep into it, you know, if he's, you know, using drugs, then you don't want it to linger around and too late where he get really stuck on it. So, I mean, because, you know, a lot of people go that route when they going through hardships and, you know, hard times. They just want that feel-good feeling at that moment. So let's just hope and pray that he can get out of that situation. So you definitely need to go ahead and tell him, like, now.
Yeah, that's your family. So
Right.
always look out for your family.
Right.
Our family get on our nerves and work our nerves. But we can pick our friends, but we can't pick our family.
That's right.
And life is short.
Mm-hmm.
It's better for you to speak up and ask a question now. Like Veronica said, he might get too caught up. And once you get too caught up, he gonna get more into it.
Right. You're going to want it more and more and more because he got that feel good feeling, you know? So it's going to be hard for him to let it go. I'm no, doctor or anything, but, we hear the stories once they get on and it's hard for them to get off. So that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and say something to him now before it's too late.
Yeah, because some people are addicted to. They gotta have it every single day.
Yeah.
So just ask the question. Be a good friend and a good family member.
Yeah.
And when you ask a question, seek help with your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And after you seek help, don't go blasting telling everybody.
Right.
Because that's some things what people have. Once you know something about a family member, let's say this person's start getting on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go call Sue over there.
Right.
And then Sue calling Barbara Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara Jean calling Bobby, and they
Right.
adding way more, and then it's gonna all relate back to you. So just be up on it.
Yeah, you don't want to be that friend, that family member, because if you go that route, then he gonna be like, hey, how did that get out that I was using drugs or selling drugs or whatever the case may be? And it's coming from you spreading the word. You say that people have been coming to you and saying, they've been seeing him out and about at this location, but you don't want to be the one, like Trey say, to go out there and spread those rumors or whatever about your cousin. If you want to truly help him, then truly help him. Don't spread rumors and all of that nonsense. Like, truly be there for them. Because when people are going through stuff, like, they need for somebody to be there. Like, from the heart, be there.
And plus, you don't know what's going through his mind. He just lost his job, dealing with the mama and the daddy drama.
Right.
And ain't no telling what else is going through his mind. This might just be other things, but this is stuff that you are aware of.
Right, exactly.
So it's a whole lot that he could be facing. And I know I said talk to him, ask questions, depending on how you ask the question, but hang out with that family member first. Spend time with them. Invite them over to lunch or dinner, or just hey, it was in my heart, it was in my spirit to bless you with lunch or dinner.
You never know what someone is going through, ever. And that may be what he needs. Like you say, your family, you all never talk about things in the open. You always keep things to yourself. Sometimes that is the problem with us. We prefer to keep stuff inside of us instead of sharing it with other people who love us. And you never know, that person may be able to help you overcome whatever situation you're going through. They could have been through that same situation, so they know, how to deal with it better than what you're going through. So sometimes, I know I'm a private person, but sometimes you do have to open up.
And I'm a private person too.
Yeah, like sometimes we have to open up and let people in. And I'm not saying any and everybody.
Don't tell everything and everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I can count on my hand of how many people who I'm close with.
Yeah.
And who I'm friends with.
Right.
I have a lot of people who I know I fellowship with, but there's like a few selected people who I trust and who I'm friends with, and I'll tell everything.
Right. And you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, the ones that you can count on, the ones that you tell something to, it's not gonna go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that you need to open up to, because the more you have it on your chest, the more it's going to drag you down, the more depressed you're going to be, the more you're not going to want to leave the house and do anything. So you don't want it to get to that point. So yes, you do need to reach out. Like Trey say, spend time with him and see if you can get him away from that situation.
Or plan a weekend trip.
A getaway trip, yep.
These days, everybody got different deals and different things.
Right.
Like
Groupon.
I love Groupon.
Get on there and find, it don't have to be nothing extravagant. You know what I'm saying? And cost a lot of money.
Or Top Golf.
Right.
It's best to go there early during the day when it's cheaper.
Get those, what you call it? Happy hour deals or whatever.
I don't know about that. I'm talking about
Praise
that.
the Lord.
But I'm talking about the miniature golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and plus, Dave and Buster's out here, they do all you can eat on $20 wings and play. $20. So.
Yeah, and don't let the money thing scare him away. He lost his job. So if you have, extra funds where you can take him out, like we said, it could be just something simple just to get him away and to get his mind off of the things that he's going through. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that alone will help him out a lot. Just knowing that someone is there who care. You know what I'm saying? Because right now he may feel like no one is there. His mom and dad is separating. His dad don't want to have anything to do with him. He just lost his job. So that means probably half of his co-workers, wherever he worked, he's not going to be in contact with them anymore. When you lose your job, people will say, oh, you call me anytime. We're going to keep in touch, and all that. But in reality, you really don't hear from those people as much as, you know what I'm saying?
And it also depends on what kind of field you work in. Because depending on where you work, you don't have friends.
Right.
Because we both work in radio.
Yeah.
In radio, a lot of people think radio is a fun business, which it is a fun business.
It is.
But you have to be private. You can't let everyone into your circle.
Yeah.
Because once it's all over, those people who you think are your friends, those are going to be the ones that are going to hurt you in the long run.
Yeah.
So that's why I say, depending on where you work at, you just don't know. Because my philosophy is, I go to work to work. I don't go to work to make friends.
Yeah.
If I make friends, that's good for me. But
right.
We don't hang out outside of work. It take a long for us to hang outside of work, and also for us to be texting and talking. And I don't add coworkers to Facebook.
Well, yeah.
That's a whole nother topic.
I mean, and if you do add them, there's that little button where you can
Restrict.
go on restriction. Yeah.
I have a lot of people on my restricted.
Where they can only see a few things, if that.
Yeah, they can only see when I change profile picture, and they'll be like, "Hey Trey, you never posted on your Facebook page because you're unrestricted."
Hello.
That's why. They know now.
Like Tawana and I, we get all subject, but it's all good because that's some information that some of you probably didn't know. Go ahead and restrict them. But family member who cares. Like we said, just reach out to your cousin and just show him that you care, you're concerned about, what he's going through. You're there, not saying, you have to go out and lend him money and, do all those things. Just showing someone that you care is way more than money, I think. Just being there for someone. So, yes, please just reach out to him and ask him, is there anything that you can do for him? Brother, let's hang out some, let's go here, let's do that. You come over to the house, because you say you love your cousin. So you guys have to be close.
And love is the most powerful word.
That's right.
So how much do you really love your cousin? Mm-hmm. Well, you love your cousin, not to, if you love your cousin, of course, invite them over, hang out a couple times. Mm-hmm. And then after that, keep in contact. Don't just, we hang out today and then 2 weeks later, I still hear from you. But keep in contact with the person because you just don't know what people are going through. And one day, he's going to have a breakdown. It's going to hit him again about not having no job.
Right.
The daddy don't want to have no relationship with him anymore because he's taking sides with his mother. Mm-hmm. And you don't know the relationship between him and his father.
Right. So it's a lot.
And the mother. Are they all still living in the same house?
Right.
Or the father, if he living with the father, and father might say, hey, you got to get up out of here.
Or did he have his own place and now without a job he can't afford it, so he got to move in with his mom? Like that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot for someone to take in. Living one lifestyle and then your job get taken away from you. Now you got to kind of go down to this lifestyle. But always remember, like we said earlier, one door closes, another one will open.
And plus, you love your family member. And maybe that person, you have extra room in your house, maybe you invite them to come live with you temporarily. They come
Now
live
that's
with
where
you.
a problem comes in, I think.
Why is that?
Sometimes you can invite people in your home and say temporary, but sometimes people don't know when to leave. When you say temporarily, that means maybe 3 months,
No.
not 3 years.
You tell how long it's gonna be. You can come stay at my house for a month.
Then a month turn in 3 months. Then the 3 months
And
turn in.
I have to be honest. If somebody asked me to come live with me, I hate to be sound.
Because you would say no.
I want to be real. I can't just sit up here and like, yeah. Honestly, I would say no.
Yeah.
The reason why, because I love being by myself. I'm private. I don't like to hear no TV in the other room. I like it to be peaceful. Only cell phone I want to hear ring is my cell phone.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's hard for some people to invite someone in their home. But if you and your cousin have that kind of bond and that kind of love, hey, do you?
Or you come stay a weekend. A weekend is Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
3 days.
Sunday, I need you out before church. I gotta go to church. God been too good to me for me to be sitting in the house, to be sleeping in all day, and you up in my house.
Hello.
And he the one that helping me pay the mortgage.
Okay. Hallelujah. But thanks for writing in, sir. We really appreciate it, and we just pray for your cousin, and hopefully he can, find his way out of that situation. But just tell him to keep his head up, and if he's watching, I say to you, sir, keep your head up. Know that there is a higher power that can take you through any kind of situation that you're going through. You maybe feel like you down here. Next week you could be right back up to the top.
And I always say this all the time. Some things in life we have to go through.
Yes.
And it's going to hit us totally different. Every one of us are totally different.
Yeah.
And we're all going to have to go through something in life, whether it's good or it's bad. And if you don't even believe in the Lord, just know God is going to bring you out of it.
Yes.
Because how do you know? You have to go through something so you can tell someone what God has done for you.
That's right. Your
So
testimony.
he could be coming out saying, hey, I lost my job, but guess what? God blessed me with X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
Or my father didn't want to have anything to do with me because I took sides with my mother, but guess what? God turned that marriage around. You just don't know. And you got to go through something in life. You got to have I forgot the saying. I don't know why I'm forgetting this. You have to have I'm forgetting what
I'm sorry. I was sipping my tea.
That's what messed me up.
I'm sorry.
You have to go through a test so that you can have a testimony.
Testimony for someone else. That's right.
And
You have to go
like
through
3
trials.
minutes for me to figure it out.
It's all good. You have to go. Everybody, if you haven't been through a storm yet, your day is coming. Every one of us have either went through a storm, going through a storm, or will be going through a storm. But best believe you will come out of that storm stronger than you went in it. So keep your head up. Whoever needed to hear that, your day is coming, boo. You getting ready to come out of that storm. And
You
young
extra
man,
with that snapping.
okay, I'm extra. But please let us know what happened with this situation. Send us a follow up.
I want to know who your daddy was cheating with. That's
See.
who I really want to know. Was it your aunt?
I
Or
hope
was it-
not.
Or was it?
You watch too much Tangy tea. But guys, unless you have something else, Trey.
Nope.
Guys, that's going to wrap it up for Tangy Tea of Life. Sir,
Thank
we
you.
hope that I'm so glad you came and sat in with me tonight. Thank you so much, Trey. You're welcome back anytime.
That's what she said. I'll be back next time. I want to come back with Twan. If I can hear her say, hey, baby. No, baby.
Right. We missed Tawan. But guys, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Sir, we hope everything works out for you and your cousin. We pray that he will get on the right track and everything is going to work out for him and for you guys' relationship. All right, guys, until next time, thanks for watching. Please thumbs up. Let us know. Leave comments and what are your thoughts on this letter. Go to our Facebook page and like our Facebook page, Tangy Tea of Life. And don't forget to go subscribe subscribe to our channel over there on YouTube. All right, guys. Until next time, we will see you later. Bye.